The truth is, once in a while, we all suffer from this syndrome. The syndrome that makes us feel less than we are. We feel too bored, even in the presence of people that we care about. There's just this kind of emptiness we feel. You cannot find the right words to explain it, but you can just feel that there is something wrong somewhere. Fret not. It is not just you. It happens to the best of us. But if you are seeking how to get rid of that feeling of boredom and emptiness that has crept into your emotions, this video is for you. In this episode from Brainfield, we talk about how we can deal with this feeling. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's get right into it. Why do I feel bored and empty? Boredom is a feeling one might get when they have a lot of energy to direct to activities, but do not have a place to put that energy in. In the same regard, the feeling of emptiness is recorded when people feel like there is no feeling running through them. They feel spaced out. Before knowing how to get rid of the feeling, you first want to understand the reasons why you feel this way. Change in eating and sleeping pattern. For many reasons, people decide to change from the registered pattern of sleeping and eating. But what you might not know is the direct effect a change of pattern has on your psychological and emotional attitude. It is extremely normal when you feel like there is no feeling running through you at all when you have just changed your feeding pattern. Your body requires time to adjust to the new shape you have set into, and this might make you feel too energetic with no activity to pour your energy into. At the same time, it could leave you spacing out, not knowing why you do not have the energy or mood to do anything. This is the same thing that occurs when you change your sleeping pattern. But aside from the change in pattern, sometimes our mental health reacts based on the activities and events that have shaped our life both as adults and as kids. We are made to respond to certain events and encounters based on what we have experienced. Talk about life-threatening issues, neglect in the formative years, childhood abuse, or trauma. The list is somewhat endless, and it is more productive to find ways to deal with these feelings. How to deal with the feeling of boredom and emptiness. You have these feelings, quite alright, but do you know how to deal with them? Here are 8 ways in which you can deal with boredom and emptiness. Number 1. Acknowledge your feelings. The best way to move on from anything in life is to first acknowledge that there is something that requires fixing. Many times people want to shun what they feel inside and pretend it does not exist while wishing that it would all disappear at a point. The truth is, it doesn't work that way, and even if you think it does because you can come out of the shadow for a little bit, the possibility that the feeling of emptiness and boredom would come rushing back soon enough is high. However, in acknowledging that there is a problem, you must positively do this. You do not acknowledge your problem by beating yourself up for feeling the way you do. You are human, and it is only natural that your emotions react to the events that play out in your life. Number 2. Journal keeping. Yeah, you heard that right. Of course, you might want to undermine the effect of opening up the creative part of your mind because you are scared of what you might find. But do not forget the goal is to make sure you get better in your feelings. The process of journal keeping opens you up to understanding how you feel better than how you thought you knew the problem. It helps you understand and gradually helps you settle the emotions. Journaling has so much bad PR, but we cannot deny its benefits. It has therapeutic effects on the mind, and it at the same time gives you an avenue to pour out your creativity. The feeling of emptiness and boredom at things could stem from unresolved issues surrounding your past or recent experiences. The act of putting these issues into writing and telling how these experiences have made you feel and see yourself is a good way to deal with these feelings. Number 3. Evaluate the people you surround yourself with. Recent studies have shown that the type of people we keep around us has a great deal to show who we are and what we think of ourselves. A wise saying captures it saying, "We mirror the people around us." The relationships we build determine how the mind and brain react to thoughts of loneliness, emptiness, and boredom. If this were not the case, how do you explain stories of world-class celebrities who complain of feeling empty and bored all of the time, even though they are usually surrounded by too many people than others? You cannot substitute the quality of having a healthy relationship with many relationships. Having healthy and sound relationships keeps you grounded. They make you realize that there are people you can count on, people that mean much to you and likewise. This way, even when you feel empty and bored, there are meaningful bonds and connections you can count on. Number 4. Understand that social media is not the answer to your problem. It is quite easy to fall into the social media frenzy and think all is well. All isn't. On social media, you receive a lot of compliments, likes, follows, and engagements to your posts. All of these things are pointers to one thing, that you matter. Of course, the whole idea of dealing with the emptiness and boredom that has taken over your mind is to understand that you matter and are deserving of all the attention and love that you deserve, but make no mistake, what you need is not social media assurance. You need to occupy your mind with what really matters. Investment into social media and its glory could worsen the emptiness and boredom you feel, especially when you do not get the compliments and attention from your hundreds of followers. Number 5. You are lonely. You feel bored of most things and the emptiness is creeping in. In your search for filling up the void, you scan social media, which is now polluted with many promises of a better feeling once you engage in one expensive activity or the other. Before you open up your wallet and spend what little amount you have so you would feel better about yourself, you need to come to terms with one truth. Social media is created to advertise these kinds of solutions to us for the benefit of companies that run the ads. Spending thousands on getting the latest phone, gadget, automobile, and things of such nature will not make the emptiness leave. For a while, you would be amazed by the idea of your new purchase, but that only lasts till something new comes out. The feeling kicks in again, and you get stuck in a spending circle. Search for things that would make you feel fulfilled internally. Number 6. How in touch are you with your emotions and feelings? One of the common reactions to feelings of loneliness and emptiness is to cover oneself up in activities. It doesn't matter if you believe the activities to be meaningful or not, you just do not want to sit and come to terms with what is going on, so you find closure in 1,001 activities. The reason you feel the way you feel is not because there are no activities to do. The reason is that your current mental balance does not see these activities as important or necessary. It is important that instead of going into a frenzy and forcing yourself on outings and activities that do not matter, you spend time with yourself. Self-treatment is the key way out. Experimenting with activities is not the way out. You need to come to terms with what's going on and think out solutions. But make no mistake, the point of being alone is not to beat yourself up over the way you feel. The motive is to the end that you come in touch with your emotions and your feelings. You reflect on your life positively and set new goals for the future. Number 7. Recall that at the beginning of the video we talked about patterns and their contributing effects to how we as humans can begin to feel empty and bored? The same goes with routines. Having routines is a great way to get things done. It keeps you in check and makes sure that you do not deviate from each task off the routine till you are done. But this is not all that having a routine does. Routines show you the monotony of your daily activities. It keeps you walking and working through the same set of activities and actions all through the day, to the week and the year. In no time, you would begin to feel tired, empty, and bored of the repetition of tasks. Reinventing your routine is one great way to help deal with boredom and emptiness. The good thing is that it doesn't have to be something extraordinary. It could be little bits of activities that you include in your regular activities. If the workout routine gets boring, you could turn up the music to make the workout session livelier. This is the same way reinventing your routine helps trash out the feeling of boredom and emptiness. Number 8. Reduce the focus you place on the feeling of loneliness and emptiness. Dealing with these feelings means you have to reduce how much you think about this feeling. This does not mean you deny their existence, it simply means that you focus more on what is outside. Like with journal keeping, once you have exposed your feelings to yourself in a creative way, you need to focus on the problem out of your mind rather than in your mind. This reduces the time spent self-loathing yourself because of the way you feel about things. The truth is, all you can do is reduce the void created by this feeling of emptiness and boredom, because it might never really leave. However, working right, you could reduce it to the barest minimum in such a way that it has little or no effect on your mindset and mental frame. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to tell us what you think would help get rid of these feelings in the comment section. Till next time.